I am standing here with the phenomenal, uber talented, amazing entrepreneur, mogul, Miss Lisa Price of Carol's daughter. We just got out of a session and we were talking about how Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, you were saying, it's just like, can we just say thank you to black women?
Yes. Yes. There's so much that I recognize today at 61 that we just do as black women, and we don't think about telling ourselves thank you for all the work that we're doing. We don't make other people in our lives say, excuse me, could you say thank you to me because you went to college because of me. And you have to do that because it's too much that is always and constantly expected, and it is not easy. It's difficult. It's difficult work that we have to do, and it's just expected that we're going to get it done.
And we have also been trying to keep it together and carrying our pain and pouring from a cup that's not even half empty, but that many times is just bone dry.
Absolutely.
And it shows up in our bodies. And that's why I'm so thankful for, earlier in this year, you launched a program, and I believe it was in April, and it was helping women, getting the stories of black women.
Yes.
With Mama Glow, you partner with Mama Glow.
Yes,
getting the stories of black women who are having these experiences so we can talk about what is really going on with this maternal morbidity crisis in the U.S. Talk about that program, how it's developing now.
So we're in year 3 of the Love Delivered program that Carol's daughter does with the Mama Glow Foundation. And for our 3rd year of working together, we launched Birthing While Black. And we're asking people to share, black and brown people to share their birthing stories so that we understand when we go through the experience, it's not just us that it happened to. There's someone else that may have a similar story. Even if our story is positive, share that, because then somebody will need to know, oh, what hospital was that? What birthing center was that? What doctor did you go to? Because we think that we're in this alone. We think it's a one-off situation. We think it's something that we did incorrectly, and we don't realize that we're not being treated properly. Our complaints are not heard the same. I had foot surgery in 2016. I gave birth in the late 1990s. I was better prepared for my foot surgery. I had to pass a quiz before I could have the surgery. I was better prepared for that than I was having had a C-section. I didn't know what they actually did to my body when I had a C-section because nobody talks to you about it.
No one.
It's just kind of like, oh, we got to do a C-section because this isn't working.
Right.
So you think, well, what did I do? What did I do wrong?
And it's funny because we don't talk about these stories, but we just learn to grin and bear it. It happens a lot. No one talks about it, from that C-sections to having kids later in life to having miscarriages. I was talking to a young lady and saying, even talking about before this process, women who have PCOS, fibroids, endometriosis, that plays into that. We've got to have these conversations.
Absolutely. We can't just celebrate the baby. We gotta help mom, if mom wants to be mom, with all the things that she needs to do to get to baby. And then if baby doesn't happen the first time, the second time, the third time, it doesn't mean that it's not going to, and that's a part of the process as well. And you're right, we have to talk about it more. So we encourage people to share their stories, #BirthingWhileBlack, please, tag Carol's daughter. And as far as having doulas, that's one of the things that our money provides, helps Mama Glow provide doula services for families that can't afford it, and then people who want to become doulas, they can apply for grants to become doulas. Having a doula is so critical because we tend to think when we go into birth that maybe we'll have our partner with us, maybe we'll have our mom, our sister, we have somebody to support us. Yes, and that's great, but that person is personally invested in you, and their goal is to help you. So when you're in pain, when you're uncomfortable, when you're afraid, when you're vulnerable going through childbirth, they just want to make it go away, and they can feel very helpless. A doula knows the process that you're in that moment, and the doula knows you're going to come out on that other side, and she knows what that side looks like.
I'm so glad we're
Your
having this
partner doesn't
conversation.
know that. So the doula is helpful to you and to whoever is there supporting you. They give them something that they can focus on so that they don't feel helpless. Here, help with this, do that. And it can calm so many things and make you feel like you are not alone. For me, it was like that. My really good friend, who we said was my sister, was my doula when I had my son 27 years ago. And if it wasn't for her and then for the postpartum support that I had, I wouldn't have nursed because I was ready to give up. It was challenging with my first child. He nursed for 3 years and his sibling for 4. So now I'm a nursing champion. Like, I could teach
I
classes.
love it. I may have to, when it happens, I'm going to be like, oh, Miss Lisa Price, remember you told me I need your help. No, I love the work that you are doing. Thank you for being an advocate, and even with the doula aspect, because that comes out of our culture.
Right.
But many of us don't even know what a doula is. That is
What
us.
when Latham talks about this, that she's the founder of Mama Glow and my really good friend, she says we birthed everybody's babies. That's what black women did. We didn't just birth ours, we birthed everybody's babies, and now we don't have our culture anymore. The medical profession has taken away the culture of midwives. Now, I'm not saying medicine is bad. Medicine is great, but it can work in tandem with those ancient practices that used to be natural to us and a part of the fiber of our being. It doesn't have to be secretive and quiet and we can't talk. No. We have to get back to that.
It is time to walk in our power. And our power is our voice. Thank you so much for talking with AUR. And I just look forward to calling you, making that call one day. I need a doula.
And I look forward to taking that call and helping you out and pointing you towards a lactation consultant, because it is one of the best things that I ever did for my kids. Wow. And I remember taking the first one to the doctor, those well visits, and they checked the weight, and oh, he's 95 percentile and 22 pounds and like 4 months old, 22 pounds. And I was like, that's me. I did that.
That's all right, though. That's all right. That's going to be the one right there. But no, thank you so very much, and best wishes to everything that you put your feet to.
Thank you. Thank you so much.